2:47 a.m. Most people are asleep, but Las Vegas isn't most places. The city glows like it lost an argument with darkness. Neon signs burn through the night. Slot machines ring endlessly. Somebody wins a fortune. Somebody loses everything. And you drive a taxi. You spend your nights carrying strangers from one story to another. Most people think taxi driving is boring. They're wrong, because at 2:47 a.m. in Las Vegas, every passenger is hiding something. And before this night is over, you'll meet people you'll never forget. Some will make you laugh, some will break your heart, and one passenger will change the way you see your own life. This is your night, and it starts now. The radio crackles. A pickup request. The Bellagio. 3 minutes away. You pull up to the entrance. The fountains dance behind you. Tourists take photos. A man climbs into the back seat. Mid-50s. Expensive suit. Tired eyes. The kind of tired money can't fix. Airport, he says. Nothing unusual. You start driving. Silence fills the cab. Then he laughs. Not because something is funny, because something hurts. You ever lose $50,000 in 20 minutes? You glance in the mirror. He's staring out the window, not looking for an answer, just talking to himself. No wife, no kids, no debt. But somehow I still feel like I lost everything. The city lights slide across his face. For a moment, he looks less like a businessman, more like a lost kid. Then he says something you'll remember forever. You know what the funny thing is? I wasn't gambling for money. I was gambling because I wanted to feel something. The rest of the ride is quiet. At the airport, he hands you a tip, $100. Then he smiles, a sad smile. Good luck, driver. And he's gone. You sit there for a moment, thinking, because maybe people don't lose money in Vegas. Maybe they lose themselves. The radio crackles again. Another pickup. Caesar's Palace. You accept. 5 minutes later, you're waiting outside one of the most expensive hotels in Las Vegas. Music echoes from somewhere inside. Laughter, champagne, celebration. Then the hotel doors burst open, and a woman in a wedding dress runs straight toward your taxi. She yanks open the back door. Drive! You blink. Where? Anywhere. You look in the mirror. She's breathing hard, mascara slightly smeared, wedding veil hanging crooked. The kind of face people make when they're trying not to cry. You pull away from the curb. The silence lasts exactly 20 seconds. Then she starts laughing. Not happy laughter, the kind that happens when your brain doesn't know what else to do. Do you know how much this dress cost? You shake your head. No, neither do I. Another laugh. Then she looks out the window. I should probably know. The city lights flash across her face. A few minutes pass. Then she asks a strange question. Do you think people can accidentally end up living the wrong life? You don't answer immediately. Taxi drivers learn something important. Sometimes people don't ask questions because they want answers. Sometimes they ask because they need someone to hear them. She continues. Everyone thinks tonight is the happiest night of my life. She pauses. But all day I felt like I was watching someone else's movie. Outside, Las Vegas keeps moving. Casinos, billboards, tourists. A city built on dreams and illusions. I've been with him for 7 years. She twists the wedding ring on her finger. He's a good man. Another pause. That's the problem. You glance at her in the mirror, confused. She notices. People think love is choosing between a good person and the bad person. She smiles sadly. Sometimes it's choosing between a good person and the wrong person. The taxi becomes quiet, the kind of quiet that feels heavy. Eventually, she asks you to stop. Not at an airport, not at another hotel, just a random overlook where the Vegas skyline glows in the distance. She pays the fare, steps out, then leans back toward the window. Thank you. For what? For not trying to fix me. She closes the door and walks away, a bride in white disappearing into the neon night. The radio crackles again. Another pickup, another stranger, another life. But something about her stays with you, because maybe courage isn't walking down the aisle. Maybe courage is walking away. And tonight, Las Vegas still has more lessons to teach. The radio crackles. Another pickup. This time, it's at a luxury rooftop club overlooking the entire Las Vegas Strip. You accept. 10 minutes later, you're waiting outside. The music is loud enough to shake the windows. Sports cars line the entrance. People dressed like they're attending the most important night of their lives. Then the doors open, and out stumbles a man who looks like he owns half the city. Designer suit, gold watch, expensive shoes. The smell of money practically follows him. He's drunk, very drunk. He opens the back door, misses, tries again, finally gets in. Driver, he points at you dramatically. You know what tonight is? You glance in the mirror. No. He grins. Neither do I. Then he starts laughing, loudly, the kind of laugh people use to hide something. Take me somewhere interesting. You raise an eyebrow. Where exactly? He thinks, for a long time, then shrugs. No idea. You start driving anyway. After all, this is Las Vegas. Nobody knows where they're going. 5 minutes pass, the man suddenly leans forward. Want to hear something funny? Sure. I'm worth $63 million. He says it casually, like he's telling you the weather. Then he leans back. And I've never been more miserable. The city glides past. Neon lights, casinos, dreams for sale on every corner. You stay quiet. Eventually he continues. When I was 22, I thought money would solve everything. He looks out the window. When I was 30, I thought more money would solve everything. Another pause. When I was 40, I thought even more money would solve everything. Then he laughs again, a little softer this time. Turns out, problems travel first class. Outside, a giant billboard flashes. Win big. Live your dream. The millionaire notices it and shakes his head. Nobody tells you the scary part. You glance at him. What scary part? His smile disappears. The day you finally get everything you wanted. Silence. For a moment, even the city seems quieter. Because deep down, everyone understands what he's saying. The finish line keeps moving. The dream changes shape. And happiness stays one step ahead. The millionaire suddenly taps the glass. Stop here. You look outside. A convenience store. Nothing special. No fancy casino, no luxury hotel, just a small store with flickering lights. You sure? Yep. He climbs out, then turns back. You know why I like places like this? You shake your head. Nobody here cares how much money I have. For the first time all night, his smile looks real. Not rich, not powerful, just human. Then he walks inside. You watch him disappear through the automatic doors. A man who could buy almost anything, looking for something money couldn't purchase. The radio crackles again. Another passenger. Another story. But now you're starting to notice a pattern. The gambler had money. The bride had love. The millionaire had success. And somehow, none of them had what they were really looking for. The night isn't just showing you strangers. It's showing you pieces of yourself. And somewhere out there, one more passenger is waiting. The radio crackles again. Another pickup. This time, no casino, no nightclub, no luxury hotel. A cemetery on the edge of Las Vegas. You hesitate for a second, then accept. The drive feels different, quieter. Even the city seems to fade behind you. Neon lights disappear, billboards become rare, until all that's left is road and silence. You arrive at the gate. Nothing moves, just wind. Then you see her, an old woman, small frame, simple dark coat, holding a bouquet of white flowers. She walks slowly toward your taxi, No rush, no fear, just certainty. She opens the back door and sits down carefully. Thank you, dear. Her voice is soft, like it has been used a lot in life, but never wasted. Where to, you ask? She smiles gently. You'll see. You drive. Not far, just deeper into the cemetery. Rows of stones pass by the window. Names, dates, stories that stopped being told. Eventually, she speaks. I come every week. You glance in the mirror. Always the same day? Yes. She looks out the window, as if he might get tired of waiting. Silence. Then a small laugh. Not sad, not happy, just familiar. He used to hate being late, she says. I used to hate waiting. Another pause. But I don't mind anymore. You slow down. She points gently. Here. You stop the taxi. She gets out slowly, carefully, like the world is heavier than it used to be. She walks toward a gravestone. You watch from inside the car. She kneels, places the flowers down, and stays there. Not crying loudly, not breaking, just present. Like she's having a conversation only she can hear. After a while, she speaks again. Softly. I brought you something today. A pause. The world is still very loud. Another pause. But I think I'm getting better at listening. The wind moves through the cemetery. The city feels far away. For the first time tonight, nothing is asking for anything. No urgency, no deals, no escape. Just memory. She stays a little longer, then slowly stands up, walks back to the taxi. Her steps are lighter on the way back, as if something was left there, but not taken. She sits down again. Thank you for waiting. You nod. It's my job. She smiles. No, dear. You didn't rush me. That line stays in the air longer than anything else tonight. You drive back toward the city. The neon lights slowly return. Life returns. Noise returns. But something inside the taxi feels different now, because you realize something important. Some passengers run from their lives. Some chase them. And some just visit the parts they still love. The clock on your dashboard reads 5:41 a.m. The sky isn't dark anymore, but it isn't morning either. Las Vegas is caught between two worlds. The gamblers are going home. The workers are waking up. The city takes one slow breath before doing it all over again. Your radio crackles. One last ride. You almost ignore it. You're tired. Your back hurts. Your coffee is cold. But something tells you, take this one. The pickup location appears. A small bus stop, far away from the casinos. No neon, no luxury, no tourists. Just one person, waiting. You pull over. The passenger opens the door. He's a young man, maybe 25. Simple hoodie, backpack, no expensive watch, no wedding ring, no designer clothes, just tired eyes. He quietly gets in. Good morning. His voice is calm. Morning. Airport? He smiles. No. He gives you the address. It's a small apartment complex. The drive begins. For a while, neither of you says anything. The sun slowly starts coloring the horizon. Orange, pink, gold. For the first time tonight, the city doesn't look loud. It looks peaceful. Then he notices your eyes in the mirror. Long night? You smile. The longest. He laughs. I know the feeling. You ask him, what do you do? He shrugs. Nothing special. I'm a janitor. Silence. Then he adds, I clean one of the casinos. You blink. The casino? Yeah. I usually start after everyone leaves. He looks out the window. It's funny. I spend every night cleaning up after people's dreams. That sentence stays in your head, cleaning up after people's dreams. He continues, I see chips on the floor, champagne bottles, lottery tickets, broken glasses, people crying, people celebrating. The floor doesn't care. By morning, everything looks the same again. You nod slowly. He smiles. You know what I learned? You wait. Every job lets you see something different. The security guard sees fear. The bartender hears secrets. The dealer watches hope. I clean the evidence that any of it happened. You laugh. He's right. Completely right. Then he asks you a question. What about you? What do taxi drivers see? You think. Really think. The gambler, the bride, the millionaire, the old woman, all in one night. You finally answer, we see people when they're no longer pretending. The young man smiles. That's beautiful. A few more minutes pass. You arrive at his apartment. A small building, nothing impressive. He reaches for his wallet. You stop him. No, this one's on me. He looks surprised. You sure? Yeah. He steps out, then leans back through the open door. You know, you probably think you just drive people around. He smiles. But tonight, you carried much more than that. He closes the door and walks inside. You sit there, engine running, watching the sunrise. For the first time, the Strip isn't the most beautiful thing in Las Vegas. The sunrise is. You think about everyone who sat in your back seat tonight. The gambler who had money but not peace. The bride who had love but not certainty. The millionaire who had success but not happiness. The old woman who had loss but still had love. And the janitor who had almost nothing, yet somehow understood life better than all of them. You realize something. People spend their whole lives chasing different things. Money, love, success, status. But every passenger tonight was really searching for the same thing, a reason to feel alive. The dashboard clock changes. 6:03 a.m. Your shift is over. You switch off the taxi, step outside. The morning air is cool. The city behind you is already preparing for another night, another 1,000 stories, another 1,000 strangers, another 1,000 lives. Maybe tomorrow, someone else will sit in your backseat. Maybe they'll change your life too, because every stranger is a world you haven't discovered yet. And sometimes the shortest ride becomes the longest lesson. So the next time you step into a taxi, remember, you never know whose story you're about to enter, or who might quietly become part of yours.